Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. Brett Hankison, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. What is that, day 7 in a row that we've been saying it here on the stream? We're going to keep on doing it. Guys, I know that we are on an unusual time today. It's because I've been filming all day. What have I been filming? Can't tell you yet. What was that word, Roxy? Can't tell you yet, but we'll be telling you very soon. Excited about it, and I got a couple of things coming down the pipeline. So let's just keep that going. Dear God, let me please continue to book things. Full disclosure, complete full disclosure. We've got a full show today of all different news. Obviously, Emmys. You guys know I'm the TV queen. I want to talk about the Emmys and snubs and surprises. I also want to talk about Trump because, surprise, surprise, we talk about Trump every day on this show. And him throwing the first pitch for the Yankees that he said he was supposed to be doing, but really more news has come out about that. So we'll be talking about that. People wearing swastika masks. Yay, yay. And the black and white photo challenge you've been seeing women post. But full disclosure, like I said, I am, despite the fact that I've been filming all day, I am feeling extreme sadness today. I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting through the day, and I have not felt like this in a little bit. So just again, full disclosure, I'm going to try and bring the heat, but I'm really having a hard day. So thank you guys for living through it with me, and thank you for being malleable and flexible about the time that we're taping today. And thank you guys for being in here with me. It really means a lot to me. And I hope you guys are having a little bit better day than I am, and that you're doing all right. It's a really fucking weird time, and we'll be talking about that in Roxy's Advice Corner towards the end of the day. But let's start with some Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. A few of them already came in between yesterday's show and today's show, and I really appreciate that from you guys. Okay, starting with Katie the Good Witch. She said, I sent this Saturday, but I think it got missed. If not, sorry. This summer, my best friend got really good at activism and really bad at being a friend. I want to support the cause because she's become so out of touch that I'm just annoyed about it. I want to support the cause, but she's become so out of touch. I'm just annoyed about it. Advice. Katie, when did you send that? Let me look. I'm so sorry if I missed it. Looking through. Yeah, how did I miss that one? I'm so sorry, Katie. Thank you for resending that. Really appreciate it. This is really hard. I'm finding that a lot of my friends are having a really hard time being a friend during this time. So lesson to all of us. It's so fucking important to be a friend during this time. Even if you're having a shitty day, even if you're having a shitty week, month, several months, year, it's so fucking important to be a good friend. And you don't get to just drop your friendships because you're focused on yourself or on your activism or on your career, because that's not really what a friend is. And yes, sometimes in life we do need to put on our own masks before helping others, but you can't just ditch the people you love during one of the most challenging times of our lives. So, Katie, I'm actually going through a similar thing with a friend right now, and it's really hard because, you know, it's the same thing as like, I want you to want to do the dishes. You don't want to tell your partner to do the dishes because then you're being a nag. You want them to want to do the dishes because it makes your life better. And Katie, for you, you don't want to have to tell her she's not being a good friend. You want her to know that because otherwise, if she starts showing up, it feels disingenuous. So this is a really tricky one, but I'm glad you asked. I think that you should have a conversation with her. I don't know if you have already, but I think you can have a conversation with her and just say, like, I love what you're doing and I love the activism you're displaying. And I want to be doing that too. And maybe we can work on some of this stuff together so we can strengthen our friendship because I've been feeling a little sad or lonely or whatever it is. And I really miss being your friend. And this is coming from a place of being sad about it. I'm not angry with you. I could use a little bit of help too. And I also want to support the cause that you're supporting. So maybe we can do things together and see if that maybe helps. Hopefully it does, Katie. But best of luck and let us know how it goes. Let us know if you've also had a conversation with this friend already, because it can be very challenging. Chris McGovern in the super chat says, hope it gets better, Roxy. Has to. Keep telling myself that because the only way out is through. And when you're at the bottom of stuff, it can really only go up. So for a lot of us, I have a feeling that 2021 and 2022 are going to be really positive years, and we just got to kind of make it there and stay afloat while we do. Maddie B in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, sorry, haven't been a live stream, seen a live stream in a while. Life got crazy, but I'm still watching every night. Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars. Thank you, Maddie B. You're awesome. What do you mean go see a Star Wars? And thank you for watching even when it's not live. I love you guys who are in here live, but I love you guys who are watching after the fact equally as much. You're all freaking amazing. So thank you. Noah Denman in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, there is a third phase COVID vaccine trial that needs volunteers. Please, if you can volunteer, there's zero viral load in it. What would qualify somebody for being able to volunteer? I would like to know. Let us know if you know, Noah. Thanks. PLD in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. If anybody needs to talk or a friend to confide in, I'm pretty easy to find. Paul Denuzio is the best. Thank you. You're so sweet. Hitman Hudson in here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, Roxy, you are amazing. You are an elite YouTuber and an incredible inspiration to me and others. You are a great example of how being a kind person, being a badass go hand in hand. Sending many, many hugs. Hitman Hudson, I'm an elite YouTuber. I don't even know what that means. And hopefully I'm not too elite because, yeah, but it is interesting that I think in the long run, being a good person pays off. I have to believe that. And you guys do too. But sometimes in the short run, you get a little fucked. And that's just the truth of the matter. So Mark Jason Ali in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, hey, Roxy, hope the shoot went well. I know you can't talk about it, but I know you crushed it. Stay safe and well, just showing support. Don't worry about the time. Me and your fellow rock stars are here for you always. Do you have more shooting to do? #World Girls. Yeah, I do. Just trying to create my own opportunities. This thing that I was shooting is actually something that you guys are going to be able to see. I'll tell you when that's going to be, but that will be exciting. But yeah, I have more shooting to do always this week because I was shooting this today. I wasn't on SEN today, so I'll be on SEN on Thursday, and I'll be here live at the Roxy every day. And also, I'm definitely doing some Schmodown shooting pre-tapes in the next couple of weeks for the singles tournament, and also the thing I shot today. I don't know, maybe they like me. And then the audition I had yesterday went pretty well, so I think I got that, but don't know exactly how or what that looks like. Also, they haven't told me the rate yet, so a lot of it depends on that, especially because it's in person, so I got to make sure that it's kind of worth my while. I don't mean that rudely. It's freaking awesome. Anything I can get right now means a lot. So, yes, Jimmy Mack says, the late start time has allowed me to tune in live at my desk from work. Bring the heat, rocks, and stay strong. We all got your back. Sorry, I'm not bringing the heat today. I know my energy. I want to be there for you guys, and I want to have that energy. So here I am trying to have the energy. Yeah, I wonder if a lot of you guys are not doing as well either. But like I said, I think things will get better from here. Glenn Caesar says, hello, Roxy. Love you. Thank you for hanging out with us on a rough day. I hope you and all of your Rockstars band have a love-filled of the rest of your Tuesday as possible. Sending lots of bunnies to you all. Love, peace, and hugs. Happy 95th to Papa. Thanks. After this, I'm going to go pick up cupcakes, and then I'm going to go pick up dinner, and I'm going to go bring it to Papa. And I got a present for him. My brother and I got him a display case to display all of his army medals in. So I'm excited to be able to display those. I think he's going to be really proud of them and happy. And yeah, I'm going to go do that after this. But I don't like when I'm in I hope she's not watching right now because Grammy tunes in a lot, but I don't like when I'm in a sad mood around them. So I got to try to shake it because it's his 95th birthday and that's amazing. And I really just want him to feel loved. So hopefully I can get there. Noah Denman in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, anyone can. There's a survey that you fill out and they'll get back to you when it's time. Interesting, Noah. Thank you for putting that on people's radars. Hopefully some people will take you up on that. Well, not you, but take the system up on that or whatever it is. All right, guys. So let's get into our first major topic of the day. Obviously, it's a little later in the day than I would like to be talking about the Emmys because these came out in the morning, but because I'm such a massive TV fan, I feel like we should talk about them anyway. And I think that they did a pretty decent job with Emmy nominations this year. There were some really cool ones that I loved to see. I love to see Mandalorian get as much love as it did. I love to see Succession get as much love as it did. I love to see Ozark get as much love as it did. Obviously, they're for more individual nominations. I really liked I love when Billy Porter gets the nom and respect that he deserves because Billy Porter is just like absolutely a legend. You guys let me know, by the way, how you're feeling as we talk about this. Yeah, there were some really great ones. Schitt's Creek got a lot of the love that it deserved. Dead to Me got a lot of the love it deserved. So those are some of the ones that really stood out to me. Watchmen getting a lot of the love it deserved. And then there were some pretty big snubs. I tweeted these out, but just going over them a little bit, some things that I was like, what a bummer. To me, the most egregious one being the cast of Pose, despite the show Pose, and despite Billy Porter being nominated. Pose has some of the best performers on television, MJ Rodriguez being the standout for me. MJ is phenomenal, and a lot of the actors and actresses on the show are incredible. And I don't know, it just feels like trans performances continue to get overlooked. And I don't know whether it's because not a lot of people are watching Pose, but I don't know. MJ's performance is just so phenomenal that the lack of nomination is a little bit egregious. And same thing with Pose in general. It's one of the best shows on TV. So that one was kind of a bummer to me. Elizabeth Moss, listen, I know Scientology aside, because that's her own personal belief. And I don't understand how you can star in a show like Handmaid's Tale and still be a Scientologist, but that's what she does. If we're just looking about performance, this performance every year should be nominated because Elizabeth Moss in The Handmaid's Tale is like mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. She's so good. This Is Us. I thought this was an incredible season of This Is Us. I was glad to see Sterling K. Brown nominated, but the show is, I know that like people get a little tired of it because a lot of the beats are similar, but to me it's as good as it's ever been. So This Is Us. Tom Pelphrey. So he was in Ozark. I knew him before from Iron Fist. He's one of those actors when you're watching the show, you pause the show to stop and see what the name of the actor is because you're like, this guy's a fucking star. He was so phenomenal in Ozark this season, and to come into a cast that's already melded together and already kind of like this machine, and to break in like that, it speaks volumes, and he is so talented. So yeah, I definitely think he deserved a nom. Viola Davis, what happened here? I mean, even though this is more like a lifetime achievement of the show nom, How to Get Away with Murder had its final season, and she had the most incredible role and incredible performance, especially those ending episodes. I mean, she's just truly one of the top 10 actresses out there. So I was surprised by that. And then constantly getting snubbed. One of my favorite shows that's in the late night or talk show variety category is Patriot Act. If Last Week Tonight with John Oliver is constantly getting nominated, why isn't Hassan Minaj's Patriot Act being nominated? This show is so good, and he does an incredible job really breaking down what's happening. If you're not watching it, I can't recommend it enough. God, I love it. Then going to a couple comedies. You guys know I'm obsessed with Working Moms. I really think it's going to have this Schitt's Creek arc where people are going to catch on to it later. And, I hope that it starts getting a little bit of buzz because it's one of the best comedies out there. And another one that I feel like not enough people watch, and maybe it's ageism. I don't really know what's going on, but Kaminsky Method gets nominated. So why isn't Grace and Frankie nominated? Why? Grace and Frankie is so good. Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin are like such a dynamic duo. It's insane. I'm obsessed with them. So those are some of the major snubs that I saw. I don't watch Better Call Saul anymore. So people saying Ray Seahorn was the biggest snub, I'm sure they're right. I don't watch. So that's not one that I can really stand up for. But then again, a lot of the nominations were really incredible. So it's like hard to even say who you would swap out for certain ones. But let me know what you guys think. Who are the biggest snubs? What shows are the biggest snubs? What were the biggest surprises? I was really excited to see Zendaya for Euphoria. I almost said Patriot Act because I was reading it. For Euphoria, that was a really pleasant surprise. I thought that was really cool, especially because she's just such a star in that, and that show deserves a lot of love that it doesn't get. Jamila Jamil, really, really excited about that NBC Good Place nom. A lot of people were saying Cynthia Erivo for The Outsider. I didn't see The Outsider, but Cynthia Erivo is unbelievable in everything she does, so I'm not surprised to hear that would be a snub because I've never seen her do anything but have a phenomenal performance. So I was excited about Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. I didn't think that he was going to get a Watchmen nom, and he did. And, it pays to have a big blue dong. That's the lesson of the day. Why'd she say that? Who knows? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's blue dong. So yeah, those were some of my major ones. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Leave a comment, leave a Streamlabs, leave a super chat. Anything like that would be really wonderful to hear your thoughts. Going into the Streamlabs as we transition, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Weston Ira says, hopefully we'll have awesome political science and epic comedy nerds to enjoy as regulars in the soon. What do you mean? Happy 95th to a special hero. How was your audition? Speaking of a Wonder Woman, Linda Carter tells AOC to never stop being fierce. Missed you on SEN. That's awesome. I didn't hear that. Linda Carter telling AOC never to stop being fierce is like maybe the best fuck yeah news ever. Happy 95th to a hero. Papo is absolutely a hero, and I'll tell him you guys wish him a happy 95th. Don't know what you mean about the political science and epic comedy nerds to enjoy as regulars. Do you mean on this show? Because agreed. And like I said, I think my audition went pretty well. It was more, I had already auditioned and they were bringing me in to watch something. So to like observe. So I think I'm good, but you never know with these things. You just never know with these things. And again, I haven't been given any kind of a rate or hours or anything. So we'll see. We will just see on. Oh, you're talking about Natalia and Kate for poli sci and comedy. Totally. They're awesome. And I hope that they come in frequently. I'd like to have them both on as regulars, aka every month. Steph's abroad might be back tomorrow, but if not, I think she'll be back the next day. Tweeted her if you guys miss her. Maybe we can force her hand into coming on the show. Does that mean? Is that fucked up? Who knows? Let's talk about swastikas, am I right, people? What a transition, Rox. I posted a link to this on my Instagram story in case you hadn't seen it yet, but there were people in a store wearing swastika masks. The only thing shocking about this to me was the fact that they were in masks at all, because typically if you are a Nazi, you do not live by the same values as most people, and you wouldn't think that wearing a mask would do anything because you're an unreasonable prick. So that was the only surprising part. The wearing a swastika part is not surprising because I see this shit all the time. And this is why I was very adamant about the Shein situation, in which I do believe they made a mistake, but we need to be better and stop making mistakes like that, because this is why people believe that it's okay to have hatred in their heart and not get called out, because you can make any excuse in the world for it. And if you notice in the video, these people just keep yelling, "We're not Nazis, we're not Nazis." So what the fuck are you? If you are wearing a swastika, then what, you're just anti-Semitic? I mean, what is it? So I don't know what is happening on this planet that is putting anti-Semitism at an all-time high. It's been fucking insane. Natalia this morning, who I think loves being on the show and has been great on the show, but she sent me this article that I had actually already seen and read, but I hadn't talked about it on the show because I'm having a hard time balancing how often I talk about the anti-Semitic shit I see. I obviously see anti-Semitic shit every single day. At first, when BLM was happening, I said, okay, it's not the Jews' time and we need to take a back seat, and there's anti-Semitic shit that's going on, but all my attention needs to go on Black Lives Matter. But as time has gone by, I've realized that I don't really get to take a back seat as a Jew to anti-Semitism. I need to keep fighting for BLM, and I need to keep fighting for the Jews, because I am Jewish and I can't just be like, we'll put that on pause for now. It doesn't really make sense. So Hollywood Reporter put out an article that was titled Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Where is the Outrage Over Anti-Semitism in Sports and Hollywood? One of the reasons I remember I saw this, and I talked to Steph about it, this came out like 2 weeks ago on the 14th. And what I didn't like about the article, even though he has said some anti-Semitic things, is that the title of it is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Where is the Outrage over Anti-Semitism in Sports and Hollywood? I'm not saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said anti-Semitic things. What I'm about to say is that this is what it says, and then this is the image under it. And I hate when sites do this, because it looks like what they're saying is that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which that's Ice Cube. And I just think that that's fucking an oversight. And also, Ice Cube, we're going to make him the face of anti-Semitism? Let's not do that. And also then put a picture of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's the one who's speaking. So it's just really, really tough. And like I've said, this is how minorities and people who have been shafted and discriminated against stay down, because we start fighting each other. And I love my Black brothers and sisters. You guys know that. And my Black brothers and sisters love me as a Jew. And the last thing we need to be doing is taking shots at each other. It's fucking crazy and it sucks. So if you're Black or if you're a Jew, reach out to your friends who are Black and Jewish and spread love. And no, we have not had the same experiences. Yes, we both had really shitty experiences. I'm not one to compare, but I do believe it's harder to be Black than it is to be Jewish, especially in the United States. It's not a comparison, but I will throw that out there, because I'm not trying to say that I've experienced the same kind of hatred and struggle, but I have experienced hatred and struggle, and I never want that on somebody else, especially not a group of people who've been discriminated against their entire fucking lives. So yeah, I know. And I know that Ice Cube has said anti-Semitic things, and I know that that's Ice Cube. It's just weird when the headline says Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and it's a picture of Ice Cube. So maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. But we got to actively work to not just say BLM, which is important right now, but to also, how people have been saying it's not enough to not be racist. You need to be anti-racist. It's not enough to be just not anti-Semitic. You need to be anti-Semitic. It's a mouthful, but you guys know what I mean. Going to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see what's going on in here. Hitman Hudson says, Anthony Starr was snubbed for The Boys. I kind of agree with that. The Boys was amazing. Sterling K. Brown was snubbed for Kippo and The Age of the Wonder Beasts. Maybe because he got that nomination for This Is Us, but I haven't seen that. Henry Cavill's abs were snubbed for the non-existent award of Best Abs. What a snub. What a snub. All right. What do you guys think? How are we going to work to be anti-Semitic? Talk to me, people. Moving on to somebody who's full of hatred and further fuck no news, Donald Trump. This was a weird one. So I saw Donald Trump tweet about not being able to throw the first pitch at Yankee Stadium, that he was canceling his trip to throw the first pitch. And I was surprised because I hadn't even heard that he was throwing the first pitch. And that was kind of strange to me in general. But then TMZ put out this article today. Not that that's where I get the majority of my news, but TMZ put out an article today that said, report Donald Trump invited himself to Yankees first pitch, jealous of Fauci. I love their drama. Jealous of Fauci? It says Donald Trump reportedly invited himself to throw a first pitch at Yankee Stadium in a fit of jealousy over Dr. Anthony Fauci and was forced to cancel on it, all when he couldn't actually make it happen. Multiple sources familiar with the situation told the New York Times that's how things went down when POTUS made the surprising announcement last week that he'd throw out a ceremonial first pitch for the Yankees on August 15th. Per the report, Trump was so bothered by the attention Fauci was getting in the lead up to his first pitch at Nationals Park on opening day last Thursday that he informed staffers to call the Yankees to get him on the mound. The New York Times says both the Yankees and White House personnel were surprised by Trump's wishes and never officially locked in a date despite Trump saying they had. Of course, Donald Trump, who was reportedly already booked elsewhere for August 15th, pulled out of the event just days after the announcement, saying in a tweet his focus on the coronavirus wouldn't allow him to make it. Trump added, "We will make it later in the season." Donald Trump has never thrown a first pitch since taking over office in 2016, but the Times say he does have a longstanding informal offer from the Yankees team president to throw out one for them at some point. Trump has consistently said he used to be a hell of a baseball player, saying he had pro potential back in his younger days, though video of this time on the diamond has yet to surface. Okay, so let's talk about this. Number one, we've heard that Melania is now focusing her efforts on revamping the Rose Garden. Trump is worried about throwing the first pitch at Yankee Stadium. Can we acknowledge the fact that we're in a global pandemic and hundreds of thousands of people are dying? I mean, are we going to, and you're the president, can we just stop to acknowledge that for a second? Like, how are we going to focus our efforts elsewhere? And how am I supposed to be okay with that? We're in a global pandemic in the country that's doing worse. The worst country at handling the global pandemic is the United States. And you are the leader of the United States. And you're concerned about gardening and throwing pitches. And I know that this isn't that important. I can hear Natalia in my ear right now. Like, this is a distraction from what we really need to talk about. And she's right. But that's what he does. He throws out these distractions. And it's like, why the fuck are we talking about this? Why are you jealous of Fauci or whatever that is, who is just literally there to help? That's his whole job. And you won't let him, and you haven't met with him in months. To the point where you are making your personnel, who should be working hard at figuring out how to help and solutions for this virus, and instead they're calling the Yankees to try to get you the first pitch when you haven't even checked your schedule. And by the way, this is a shitty thing to throw out. I'm sorry that I'm putting this out there. I don't wish this, because I don't wish this on anyone or any president. But I don't know. To me, it's pretty scary to think of Donald Trump in the middle of an open field. during this time. People are so angry with him. I don't know that he makes it out of there. I mean, I do know that obviously they would do everything they can in Secret Service and you know, I'm not saying that presidents haven't done it in the past, but like I don't know that I've ever seen people as angry with the president as they are with him right now. And some people aren't angry with him. Some people love him. But I don't know, if I were him, I would not want to be that exposed during this time. Just saying. And again, I would never ever wish that on any person or any president. And it would do horrible things for our country. Because especially who our VP is. But I don't know. It's very open, very exposed. You guys know what I mean? Again, I hate to even put that energy out there, but yikes. Going in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striker, Gingerbread said, Shira Haas was nominated for Best Actress, and I'm so thrilled. I don't believe you watched her show on Netflix. It's called Unorthodox, and it's about the lives of Hasidic Jews. It's incredible. Happy birthday to Papo and Alex Marzonia. No, I do not watch, but I heard it's great, and I do want to watch it, and I will. I've only been watching comedies right now, but I will figure out a way to watch that soon, especially because my people, not the Hasidic Jews, but Jews in general. And wow, it is Marzonia's birthday, isn't it? I have to reach out to him. Please remind me towards the end of the stream. And thank you for wishing him and Papo a happy birthday. Really, really appreciate that. Also in here is Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striker, who says, Roxy, you just reminded me of the Blue Dong song from Rena Riley, Roca, Roxy, and Cody on Collider Live 2.0 when you all were doing an episode review of Watchmen. I think that whole thing was/is a classic bit. So incredibly funny. Laughed my ass off. You five crushed it. I miss doing that show. I really do. Here's what it is, but I do miss it. John Darius in the super chat says, Hey, Roxy, I know you've been feeling down lately. Keep doing what works for you at your own pace. Your videos do help. Try to stay strong. I am trying, and I'm glad they help. I hope they help a lot of people. I try to post on my Instagram story more now, too, and Twitter, and just try to show you guys that I'm here, and you're not alone, and I'm listening, and all that. But thank you for acknowledging that because it is challenging. So is that a voice crack? We'll never know. So who else misses Collider Live 2.0? All right. Another thing I wanted to talk about was this black and white photo challenge that you're seeing women post. Send bunnies if you know what I'm talking about. Send hearts if you do not know what I'm talking about. I'll briefly explain in the meantime, just in case some of you guys aren't on Instagram. But there has been a challenge going on Instagram. It's not even really a challenge. It's more of a support system where a lot of women are DMing people, sliding in the DMs and saying that they are these strong women that have been supportive in their life and are awesome, and encouraging them to post a black and white picture of themselves on Instagram. Several of my friends sent this to me on Instagram. I was really grateful, and it was really sweet and supportive. My friend Ashley Argoda sent one to me. Emma Fife sent one to me. Even like one of my mom's best friends, Bonnie, sent one to me. So that's cool because different generations are hopping in on it. Some of my favorite people on the internet we saw doing this. Danny Fernandez posted one. Maude Garrett posted one. Yeah, just like a lot of Yael Teagle posted one. A lot of our friends. Jenny Lou Wonder sent it to me, which was awesome. Jenny Van Deen, Casper's lady, who I adore, who's been on DC Movie News before as well. And I think it's really cool that people have been doing this. I have not participated in it. I'm not exactly sure why I haven't. I think probably because I just haven't been feeling so confident or good about myself. So I don't know, when other people tell you that you're great and then they want you to post a picture as like women empowerment when you don't really feel that way about yourself, you don't really want to participate. So I think that is why, if I'm being honest with myself, but I'm super duper in support of everybody who is posting one of these. And I think it's great. And I think women helping other women and talking to other women and supporting other women and all of that is fucking awesome. Um, Last night, as I was scrolling through things, I saw there was a New York Times article written by a woman. Um, and this is what the tweet said. Women have recently been posting black and white selfies on Instagram with the hashtag challenge accepted in the name of female empowerment. The trend allows users to feel as if they're taking a stand while saying almost nothing. And that's what the author of this wrote. I was really saddened by this because the point of it is that we can't fucking do anything without being crucified and scrutinized, and especially our LGBTQ plus women, our women of color, and even just women in general. We can't fucking do anything without being ripped down by other women and by people, but by women, which is like the most upsetting part because okay, if it's not for you, like this one wasn't necessarily for me, so I didn't post it. But why would you write an article as a woman ripping down women that are trying to uplift themselves? And no, is this instead of supporting women groups or showing up for your friends or helping other women book jobs? No, of course not. But it's just a small little thing that you can do in your day to feel a little better about yourself and to help another woman feel a little better about her. And I saw so many people, men and women, ripping this movement apart. And honestly, go fuck yourselves. Why do you care? Like, why do we have to do that? Why do you have to comment on everything? If you're not about something, can't you just shut up? Like, this is something that age-old adage. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Why can't more people follow that? Why? And it just really frustrated me to watch another woman say that these women aren't doing enough. You're the problem. Because let them live and let them feel good about themselves. And I thought it was really cool to scroll through my stream and see all these women with, it wasn't just selfies. It was with other women or just saying something positive about themselves or naming other women that nominated them. I thought that was really cool and sweet and uplifting and wasn't bothering anybody. Who the fuck is it hurting? That's the thing that I'm just so confused about all the time when people want to rip somebody apart. If you're not hurting anybody, why the fuck does anybody care? That's how I feel about so many things in life. It's how I feel about like people who are so against gay marriage. Why the fuck do you care? Why? It's not even affecting you. Nobody's saying you have to marry somebody of the same sex as you. Why the fuck do you care? It doesn't make sense. If it doesn't affect your life at all and it is helpful to somebody else's life, why do you have any say and why do you give a flying fuck? It's just so weird. So I feel bad for people who are just trying to do something a little bit positive with their day, especially during this time where none of us feel good. And there's other people scrutinizing them for that. Live your fucking life. It made me want to post a black and white picture 10 times more so I could stand in support with my fucking badass babes. Maybe I will, and I don't know. But just in general, women in here, and we've got a lot of awesome ones. You know, I'm looking at like Galt and Brittany and to all of you guys, give me a shout out right now who are in here, who are my badass chicas. Because I know we've got more of a male audience, but we got them ladies, Pink Sweets, and all of you guys. Like everybody who tries to keep you down can go fuck themselves. And it's coming from a place of hurt and jealousy. I don't mean they can go fuck themselves because that even puts more hatred out there, but it's more just like they can go away and their opinion and voice does not matter to you. Sky Morgan, vagina, baby. Love that. Love that. Vagina, vagina. And Rocket, like, come on, everybody. Thank you to Kyle in here. He says, "Girl, you look absolutely beautiful. I love that eye. Thank you." Told you I was filming today. I did like a silver smoky thing this morning. Surprised it's still on. There we go, Adelia. What? Appreciate you being in here. And all my ladies, be vocal, because you guys are the awesome ones. I mean, all of you guys are awesome. You're rock stars. But Glenn says, or choke on eyelashes. Oh, well, totally. 100%. Go choke on a bunch of eyelashes. Death by eyelash would be incredibly painful. So thank you to the men in here who support women, and thank you to the non-binary people in here who support women, and thank you to the women who support other women. I'm one of you guys, and it makes me fucking sick when I watch us get teared down by other women. It sucks. Super duper sucks. Okay, so before I get out of here, a little bit of Roxy's corner. It's going to be another cliche one today, guys. I hope you don't mind. And if you have anything else to say before we leave, don't forget Streamlabs, Super Chat, leave a comment in the comments. That really helps with the algorithm. We've been down in views recently. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, everybody wish Papa a happy birthday down there, anything like that. But what I wanted to talk about today was I know that a lot of people say that it's okay to feel. We hear that all the time. Like, it's okay, it's okay. But more so than that, it's necessary and you have to. So, I feel for this month and a half has been hell. But today I feel like extreme unbearable sadness. And I know you guys, a lot of you guys can relate to that. And it's really challenging to, when you're in this place, convince yourself that there's going to be a time in which you do not feel like this. Because you can't see past it. But from the past that you haven't felt like this always. So for the future, you won't feel like this always. And so I think about the fact that people say it's okay to feel sad, but I don't think it's just okay. I think that when you're sad, you got to feel it, because that's the only way that you'll know when you're doing a little better. Because if you're putting that like fake cap on it or that lens on it, like, no, I'm okay, then you're going to not ever actually be okay. So I always admit it to you guys how I am. And today I don't want to be here. And I don't mean on this show. I just, you sometimes wish you could snap and it could all just kind of stop. But I don't know that I know that I will not feel this way always, because I have not always felt this way. And I try to remember all the amazing things. And that's a tip for you guys too, again, with another cliche. But I think about like the fact that I'm going to go see my grandparents tonight and that they're still here and they're 95 and about to be 93. And that's so fucking lucky. So fucking lucky. And, my parents, or my dad is okay. And my sister and my brother are okay. And I have a roof over my head still. And that's really fucking lucky. I've got my arms and my legs and clothes and food. And that's really fucking lucky. So, just start listing shit that makes you know that you are just really lucky. And if you're feeling any kind of way because anybody has wronged you during this time, I know that Katie, you were talking about your friend who's not been there for you. I know that people have fallen out of different relationships or families not treated you well, or your significant other, them not being in your life might mean that you ultimately have a better life. You don't know. So remember, that's a possibility. And anybody who speaks, this is something I've been thinking about a lot recently. I don't trust anybody who speaks in absolutes because we don't know the future. So anybody who pretends to know, you have to question. Anybody who says, I'll never feel blank, or I'll never want blank, or I'll always feel blank. You don't know that because you don't know what the future holds. And people are capable of change and growth and shrinkage, but I'm on the shrinkage part. So anybody who talks in absolutes, feel free to question. And whenever you're thinking and feeling in absolutes, you have to question that too. So once your mind goes to, I'll always feel like this, do you know the fucking future? No. Or I'll never be happy. Do you know the future? No. So don't trust yourself when your mind starts thinking in absolutes. And hopefully that will help you guys. Red Dog says, what is she blanking talking about? If it doesn't work for you, or you don't know what I'm talking about, then maybe you don't need this advice. But maybe you do. And for those of you who do, I just try to find the lessons that I learn and talk about them here so that anybody who's feeling the way that I'm feeling might be able to move forward, just like I'm trying to move forward. Anyway, we are going to be getting out of here as I have to go pick up the cupcakes for Papo and also the dinner. Papa wanted Chinese food, so that's what we're doing, which is awesome that he had a preference because he never can figure out what he wants. And he was like, what about Chinese? And I was like, yes, Papa. So I'm lucky for that also. Yeah. Okay. Love you guys a lot. I'll be back tomorrow live at the Roxy at 1 p.m., possibly with Steph. I believe so. We will see. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Talk to me about Emmy nominations, snubs, surprises. What do you think about Donald Trump and the pitch? Do you think that whatever with that guy, aka our president? All right. Much love to you guys. Stay safe. Stay working on your happiness. That 1%, fight for it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow live at the Roxy.